Oh,
Broadcasting live from homes all across the country, it's Adam Blotner's Live from Lockdown Variety Hour, featuring performances from Barbara Dixon, Robin Gelfenbien, Max Kubis, Matthew Tobin, and now he doesn't care whose name is on the stimulus check as long as it's made out to him. Please give it up for your host, Adam Blotner. Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I hope everybody's having a lovely evening. It is time for Live from Lockdown Variety Hour. I'm very excited to have you here with me tonight. I hope everybody's having a nice time. If you have a drink nearby, grab your drink. Let's see. We got a really fun lineup tonight, as you guys saw. Sound off in the comments. If you're here, I love to bring your comments online. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments. You can type both on Facebook and on YouTube. I'll give you a shout out. We have some really fun stuff tonight with some really great guests that you saw in the opening there. I'm going to start us off with a song. And this song, we were part of a sketch. We were the house band for I'm getting my bearings here. We were part of a house band for a thing called Sketch Block. It was a monthly sketch variety show. It was a lot of fun. And my band had the thrill of being the monthly house band. And there was one time that the theme was science. It was a science-themed sketch show. And they asked if we had any science-themed songs or a science-themed fictional band. We did not, but we said, we'll write one. So I came up with a fictional science-themed band called Topaz. It's the hardest of the rocks. And I wrote a song for Topaz. And I'm going to give it to you right now. Here we go. Girl, you're looking out of calcite. Have you been working out your stalactite? And your stalagmite, come home with me. I got my axe, I'm gonna make you mine. Don't be nervous, don't be petrified. Get on the dance floor right next to me. Alright, now don't you take me for granted. Now we're gonna rock all night. We're gonna rock all night. Now I may be a sentimental fool, but I think I'm falling in love with you. I'm hot like pepper, you're cool like basalt. You know that I don't really give a shit, but if I keep drinking gin and tectonics, when the plates begin to shift, it's not my fault. Right? Now don't you take me for granted. Get close like magnetite. We're gonna rock all night. Oh yeah, right. Now don't you take me for granted. I'll whet your appetite. We're gonna rock all night. Right. Now don't you take me for granted. I got you feeling nice. We're gonna rock all night. Alright. Now don't you take me for granted. Even if you're a dyke, we're gonna rock all night. 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 You'll be coming tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, and thank you to Jenny Pinzari Blotner for helping me out with the PowerPoint presentation. We're going to get right to it. I have something special I'm going to bring later in the middle of the show. We're going to change up the format first because one of our guests, she's a very busy lady, and she has places to be. So we're gonna shift some things around, and we're going to get. I'm going to do another performance a little bit later. But first, I'm going to bring up our very first guest. Oh, no, let's check in with the comments here. Let's see. Jennifer Bush says, woo! Kelly Dwyer's checking in from Venice Beach. What's up, Kelly? Hope you guys are doing well out there in Venice Beach. We got Stephen Lentz in Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge. All right. Okay. Also, woo, don't jam too hard or you'll wake up. Baby Dominic in Dorchester. Dorchester, clocking in here. Okay. Great. Here we go. All right. Let's bring up our first guest. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited about this guest. He is a musician. He has entertained crowds throughout the United States and Europe, both as a violinist and dueling piano player. He appeared in the 2017 Edinburgh Fringe Festival. He wrote this bio. So this is an opportunity to talk about how muscular his abs are. Contrary to popular conceptions, he is not Zach Galifianakis. He has been seen on stage at Sketch Block, the aforementioned show, 54 Below, the Punderdome 3000. He is graying prematurely He's graying prematurely due to a combination of genetics and stress. In case you're wondering, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matt Tobin. Hey, Matt.
Oh, hey. How's it going? Good to see you.
It's good to see you, too. We were having some technical things with Matt's video, so we got to check in first. What's the status?
That's a good question. The status is we're working on it.
Okay. Let's bring up Robin, and we'll come right back to you. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
All right. We are going to... All right. Goodbye. For now, we're going to bring up our next guest, and we will check back in with Matt Tobin, and we'll see if he's even grayer next time we check in with him. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to have this next guest. She is a 3-time Moth StorySLAM champion. She's been on PBS. She's been on Risk. She is the creator and host of Yum's the Word, which is a fantastic storytelling show right here in New York. She's a fabulous lady. She is just one of the biggest names in storytelling, and it's really a thrill to have her here. Please welcome Robin Gelfenbien.
Hello.
Hey, Robin.
Hi, Adam. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Don't mind my little birdie that will keep popping out of my head. It's coincidence that I'm named after a bird, and I've got a bird resting.
Is it coincidence, Robin? Or is this,
Mm-mm.
as we say in Jewish, Besheret?
I think you're right. It totally is Besheret. And I loved your song. That was very, very funny.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. I'm glad. How have you been doing in lockdown over there?
I'm doing okay. I had to Zoom a burial yesterday, so that was absolutely a weird experience.
Yeah.
I know this is supposed to be a light, but this woman lived to be 98, so you know, God bless her. So, but everything's good. And you?
I'm doing well, thank God. Everything's good.
Good.
Let's check in with we have a question of the week for all of our guests this week, and I'm going to put it up here for a second so everybody can see, and I'll take out Robin's thinking. Okay, so this was floating around the internet. Pick your quarantine house. We have house 1 is Netflix, weighted blanket, pantry full of snacks. House, I won't read them all. You can read them at home.
Yeah.
But viewers at home, take a second. Look at these. Decide which house you think you are. We're going to find out from our guests which house applies to them. Robin, which house is yours?
My favorite number, 5.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
5. House 5. The art studio, the view of the mountains.
Yeah. I'm a big hiker, biker. I like nature. So, it makes sense that I live in New York City.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. And what do you have prepared for us?
I'm going to be telling one of my very favorite stories from when I was a kid, and it's suitable, or it's fitting that I am at my parents' house right now with the bird hanging out. So yeah, I want you all to know this is a absolutely true story. So I'm the oldest of 3 girls, and when I was a kid, I was always the guinea pig for my father's athletic experiments, and I think he just wanted to see if any of us had any athletic potential. So he tried to get me to play golf, and I clobbered myself with a putter, which is the one club you don't swing. I tried to play Foursquare. I don't know if you guys know this game, Foursquare. You would bounce a ball. It's a non-contact sport. And I broke my pinky. And one time I was in an above ground pool. The whole thing collapsed and I got washed down the hill. So when my dad made me play on an all boys basketball team in 6th grade, he should have known what he was getting himself into. But my dad is not really somebody you can say no to. He's 6'3", and he's just this big dude, and he's got this really intimidating way about him. And he's a nice guy, but he's a little bit of a sleeping bear. So in a matter of seconds, my father can go from the Dalai Lama to Alec Baldwin. And when I was 11, it was really scary. And I remember this one time we were at another basketball game, and it was a high school game, and ref blew the whistle, and my dad shot up out of the bleachers and he screams, "Hey ref, what do you got to do to get a foul around here? Hit him with a goddamn axe." Sits right back down and doesn't say another word. And I'm like, what is lurking below? So I know not to say no to him for this basketball team I'm playing on. So I go to the first practice, and there's these 11 and 12-year-old boys running around like these whirling dervishes. And I instantly feel completely out of place. And mostly because I sucked. I couldn't make a layup. I could barely dribble. And during sprints, I couldn't breathe because I had asthma. So after this first practice, I get in the car with my dad, and he's like, "How'd you do?" And I'm like, "You were there. You saw this was a shit show." Of course, I didn't say that to him, but I was like, he's like, "Did you do your best?" And I was like, "I guess so." But deep down, all I wanted was to be at home practicing my jazz routine for Danger Zone. So, but I was like, I guess I just gotta suck this up. So season starts, games are always the same. They put me in for a whopping 2 minutes, and I go running up and down the court going, "I'm open, I'm open, I'm open, I'm open, I'm open." They never throw me the ball. And this goes on throughout the season. It was so frustrating because I was like, if you would only throw it to me, maybe I could do something. But, they didn't. And about halfway through the season, we have our team photo. And we had these khaki shirts with these red block letters that said Flower Box. And that morning, I can't find my Flower Box shirt anywhere. And I am tearing the house upside down. And my father screams from down the hall, "Robin, Amy, Gelfenbien, let's go." And I'm like, "Oh, shoot." And so I grab the only other khaki shirt I own. I get in the car, zip up my coat. We get to the gym. And all the boys are lined up against those blue mats, in the gym. And I am just dreading taking off my coat because I know what I am wearing underneath is just fodder for these 11 and 12-year-old boys. And finally, I have no choice. And I unzip my jacket to reveal not a khaki shirt with red block letters that say Flower Box, because we were sponsored by the local florist. Oh no, it reads Girl Scout Cookie Champion. And the boys like are cracking up and they're like instantly into me. And they're like, nice shirt, Gelfenbien. And one guy's like, I'll take a box of Samoas and some Thin Mints. And they keep teasing me as though a flower box shirt is infinitely more masculine than a Girl Scout cookie champion shirt. So the season goes on. Finally, it's our last game, and I am ecstatic. And they blow the whistle. I go in for the last 2 minutes of my basketball career, and I'm running up and down the court going, I'm open, I'm open, I'm open, I'm open, I'm open. Meanwhile, they're like, we know you're open, Gelfenbien. You're always open. And then Randy Zano does the unthinkable. He throws me the ball. And I am watching this ball come hurling towards me. And in my head, I am like, oh my God, this is my chance. Maybe I do have some athletic potential. Maybe I can show my dad that I am an athlete. And over in the corner, I can see my dad like, oh, come on, Rob. And then I do what any other 11-year-old girl who's been mocked all season by her all-boys basketball team would do. I ducked. And the ball goes sailing over my head. The boys are like, are you kidding me? They're so angry at me. And the ref blows the whistle, and I go slinking off the court. I can't even look at my father because I'm just like, oh, he's going to be so mad at me. And I get over to the sidelines, and his back is facing me. And I'm like, Dad, I'm really sorry. You know, I just don't think I'm really cut out for this. And he turns around, he's cracking up, and he goes, yeah, you've got no future in this sport. And I was like, oh. And then he says, but did you do your best? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I did. I really did. And after that, he like moved on to my sister to see if she had any athletic potential. And my sister was an all New England soccer player. She was only the second Division I student athlete to go to 2 Final Fours in the same year. And she played on the UConn women's basketball team who went undefeated and won the national championship. And I'm like, you got your athlete. You got your athlete. By the way, I purely by accident, I am drinking from that Final Four cup. I, on the other hand, like stuck with dancing for 20 years. I nailed my Danger Zone jazz routine, but not without pulling my groin. And I eventually found my flower box shirt. Since I'm home, I thought I would show it to you guys. Yeah, whoop, there it is. And then over the years, like it took me a while, but I realized like my dad was just testing me. Like he just wanted to spend time with me in a way that was familiar to him. And ultimately, you know, he was proud of me for sticking it out, despite the fact that I hated truly every second of it. And eventually I discovered that, you know, under that big sleeping bear, my dad deep down really is a big teddy bear. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Adam.
That was fantastic.
Thanks so
Robin
much.
Gelfenbien, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay! Number 5. That's my favorite number. See, number 5.
Excellent. Excellent. And you have a show coming up you can let us know about.
Yeah. So I've been hosting this live storytelling show in New York City that features my homemade ice cream cakes called Yum's the Word. And we just, of course, moved digitally. And we had our first show last Saturday, but our next one is on April 25th. And it's all funny, true stories. And we do a lot of audience interaction. And you can find out more about that on my website, yumsthewordshow.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Robin, for joining
Thanks,
us. And
Adam. It was so much fun.
We usually have our guest wave goodbye, but Robin has to run.
I know.
She's a busy lady, but
I have another show.
We're so glad to have you here. Thanks again, Robin.
Bye. Have a great show.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
And be sure to check out Yum's the Word. All right, let's check in with our comments here. People were checking in where they're from. Zach, we asked people where they're from. Zach Garner knows Matt from outside. I do remember when we used to be outside. Kelly Dwyer points out that Robin used to drive the Wienermobile. That is true.
I did.
That is true. And she has she had a whole show about it.
It's true.
It's true. Oh, we got Robin.
I'm still here for
still here.
Yeah.
Great. Great. Okay, we have Jenny Pinzari saying she's tuning in from downstairs at our house. That's my wife. Great. All right. Anyone else want to check in from where you're from, where you're watching? Let us know in the comments there. All right, Matt. Okay. Yep, Matt, I've got your video here. Let's bring him in, ladies and gentlemen. It's Matthew Tobin. We're going to take Robin here. Bye, Robin. Matt.
Hello.
How are you?
Long time no see, Adam. How you been?
I've been great. I've been great. Now, I should also say beyond the bio that I was legally bound to say, I'm going to make Matt very uncomfortable and say nice things about him too. Matt is one of my dearest friends in the world, and I love him and very much. And there's nothing creatively that I do without Matt's support, whether directly or indirectly. And so I'm really glad he's here. And the ladies love you too, Matt. The ladies love you too. He's an incredibly talented guy, and I'm really glad he's joining us here.
People in general. I'd like to point out that I'd like to thank you for those kind words. The company Man in Wool for making this coat. It says Man in Wool. I don't know if you can see it.
We got a nice view of your pits right here. This is what the viewers want to see.
Right, well, I mean, we're on week 82 of this, so we're waiting for new stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got our quarantine house. Which one are you?
I'm house 3, and it was a toss up between 3 and 6 because I have a little dog and I like little dogs.
Yeah.
I don't like tequila, and I don't think I'd get by with coffee. The gym, I assumed the dog would play in the gym because I don't know what I would use it for. But also, big is sort of a relative term. So, big in comparison to what other dog? I have a friend with a very, very small dog to whom my dog is big. So,
all right. Well, that was overly intellectual.
Thank you.
You put too much thought into that.
I have to do that. It's one of...
You're very good at that.
I'm so tired. Hi.
All right. What do you have for us?
Well, Adam, I think everybody right now, we're all thinking about one particular thing that's going on. And it's really taking up a lot of our brain space, and people are really looking into it. And, a lot of musicians that I know have been getting together, and they've been making videos with other musicians in a really, really cool way to see what we can do with technology. I am lucky enough that I'm quarantined with some fantastic musicians. So I was able to put this together for the thing we're all really talking about in this year of 2020. So.
All right, here we go. Let's check it out. Very nice, Matt. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I could tell you shot that. It was amazing. You shot that in 4 hours, but you aged 4 years in it.
Yeah, I was only 16 years old in the very first shot, and I'm actually 84 already. So
that's just brilliant, Tobin. We love that, and you know what? It's really what's on everybody's minds right now.
It's the elephant in the room, and it's hard to get through a conversation without talking about it. But it's a very important decicentennial sort of thing that we have to deal with. So.
Absolutely. Checking in the comments here, Rob Kimball would like to hear from the bassist.
That sounds like a baseless comment.
Hey. Zach Garner says Matt Tobin has the same name as the bike cop the rest of me in high school. Was that one of the people in your video?
Yeah, that's Officer Matt Tobin. He is vocalist number 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Jason Messina always knew there was more than one Matthew Tobin, and his conspiracy theory is confirmed. And also great song. Great. All right. Let's give a big round of applause to Matthew Tobin. Thank you for joining us, Matt. We love you.
We love you.
And we'll see you in the end. He'll wave goodbye to all of us. All right. How's everybody doing out there? Hope you guys are having a nice night. Let's check in. Well, we did just check in the comments here. All right. So you know what? I have something else that I'm going to do for you right now. I'm going to show you a video because usually I lead up front with 2 songs, 2 pieces at the front. And I know that everybody's really upset. They tune in for that. They want those double pieces up front. So for everybody that's really upset right now, I got that sweet content for you. I'm going to show a video to you. This is back from the time when we used to go outside, and we had a show last October. I did a show called Adam Blotner, a star-studded tribute to myself. And among the things that we had in there, I have a fictional indie folk rock band that I'm a part of called The Veneers. And it's sort of like the Lumineers, Mumford & Sons, The Head and the Heart, Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. You get the gist. So I'm going to show you a performance from that featuring myself and my wife, Jennifer Pinzari, and also Matt Tobin playing the banjo in this video. You'll see him show up there. As I said, Matt is just so grateful to have him as a collaborator. I'm going to show you this video. I hope you enjoy it.
I was a boy when I went off to fight for the Union side, with my bindle in hand and everything I owned inside. I don't recall much after that day, lost to the days of yore. Old memories of the Civil War. I remember my friends in my platoon. Leonard was the leader in blue. Donald built machines, Raphael had an attitude. We never talked after the war because they all died, of course. Oh, memories of the Civil War. It was all because the South did something the North didn't like. Lincoln got mad, everyone took a side. Can you believe that cotton could start such a fight? Ruining the fabric of our lives. The fabric of our that I died, hit by Confederate scum. And then Jesus appeared and ushered me to kingdom come. I laid me down, I took me last breath, and needed to breathe no more. Oh, memories of the Civil War. I've got so many memories of the Civil War.
All right. That's right. Memories of the Civil War. What a time it was. A simpler time. Let's check in on the comments. Kevin Story mentioned about the Matthew Tobin song. He says he found it senseless. It's a good joke. That is a good joke right there. Brian Del Toro's upset. You know, let me take this opportunity to mention Mr. Brian Del Toro. It's too bad that he's upset because he is a brilliant guy. And Brian brought in our brand new theme. I don't know if you noticed when we started the show and the credits are rolling, we have a brand new theme song that Brian has put together. If you stick around to the end, which I hope you do, you'll hear that at the end too in our end credits, a little snippet of that. So thank you, Brian. Really, really awesome piece of music you put together. Dean Temple thought that beard really works for me. I should grow it back. I'm working on it. Can't you tell? This is a few weeks, and hopefully I'll get there. All right, let's go on to our next guest. I'm very excited about this next guest, ladies and gentlemen. He is an actor and a musician. If you see a theme here, based in New York City. This gentleman came to the United States 7 years ago from Poland to study theater. Since graduation, he's been fortunate enough to perform in various theatrical productions and music and film projects. Some of them include the Peter Shaffer Broadway Memorial at the American Airlines Theater on Broadway, a show called Losing Days, which was at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, The Story of Two Poets, The Test short film, Can't Stop the Surf short feature film, and the co-founder of the band So Much So and Mint Film Productions. He is just a brilliant guy, such a talented guitar player, songwriter, singer, actor. He does hilarious videos. He's a funny dude. He's Max Kubis, and I hope that you follow him on Instagram. And before we bring Max out here, I'm going to show something that Max just put out here recently. He did a video, and what's great about this video, Max said he was talking to friends of his on the Lower East Side, and was asking people how they're doing, with everything going on. And they mentioned that many of them, to his surprise, complained and expressed concern about really trivial things, such as an overheated game console or not being able to go on a Tinder date. So Max put a lot of these sentiments into a song and a story, a dramatic story about a young man on the Lower East Side during COVID-19. I'm going to show you a little sample of it here, and I hope you check it out on Max's Instagram and YouTube and all those places. Here we go.
I am getting overjoyed to see dogs be by the store. Empty streets and empty Starbucks. I was there 2 weeks ago.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Max Kubis. Here we go. Oh, we still got Matt Tobin.
Hi, Matt Tobin.
Okay, all right. Hey, Max.
Hi, Adam. How's it going?
Great. So I want to mention to our viewers, Max right now is in Poland.
Yes, I am.
He went back to Poland.
5 in the morning right now.
5 in the morning?
No, 2:35.
2:35. Well,
Yes,
we're
sir.
so grateful for you to join us, and even at this late hour.
Thank you. I'm
Yes.
stuck in quarantine, so I have nothing to do. So when you proposed me being on the on the show, I got really excited.
Well, I'm so glad you could join us. And when I realized in the opening credits, it says broadcasting live from homes all across the country. We're broadcasting from all around the world. This is exciting.
Sure.
I think you're our first international guest, I think. And the
We're
best.
making history here.
We are making history. And the best international guest.
Thank you, sir.
What do you have for us, Max?
No question,
Oh, jeez.
dude.
I'm off my game. All right.
I was so excited for that.
Okay, here we go. Let me take your banner out here. All right, Max. Pick your quarantine house.
Okay. I was thinking about it. I think actually house number 3 would be the closest to my heart because I'm a coffee addict. So that coffee bar would be an amazing thing to have. And home gym, being stuck in quarantine forced me to work on my body. That's been going okay, but I learned how to do proper push-ups, and I do a lot of them every day. More and more push-ups, so that would help me a lot. And big dog, I've never had a dog, so I don't know about that, but that could be a fun thing to try. Yeah, house 3.
All right, house 3. I like it. And very well thought out and justified there with house 3. And what do you got prepared for us, Max?
So I prepared a song by Oasis.
Fantastic.
It's called Don't Look Back in Anger. I recently fell in love with that song, and I'm very last year. That song was released over 20 years ago, but who cares? Let's sing it.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay. Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play? You said that you never been. All the things that you see slowly fade away. So I start a revolution from my bed. 'Cause you said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside, summertime's in bloom. Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. You ain't never gonna burn my heart out. And so Sally can't wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Her soul slides away. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say, take me to the place where you go, where nobody knows, night or day. But please don't put your right hands over rock and roll bed. We'll throw it all away. So I started a revolution from my bed. 'Cause you said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside, the summertime's in bloom. Stand up beside the fireplace. Take a look from off your face. 'Cause you ain't never gonna burn my heart out. Everybody singing. And so Sally can't wait. He knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Her soul slides away. But don't look back in anger. And so Sally can't wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. The sun slides away. But don't look back in anger. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say.
Max, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, we really need soothing music like that right now, and that was just beautiful. You asked us to sing along. I think that was strictly for tenors to sing along to. I did not have the range to be able to join you in your octave, and you sang it beautifully.
Adam, thank you so much.
Yes. Thanks for joining us, Max. We hope you're staying healthy and happy there in Poland. And
Yeah, we'll do.
We'll bring you back up to wave goodbye at the end. But thank you, everybody. Give it up for Max Kubis. You can follow him on the internet. Thanks, Max.
Thank you.
All right. Let's check in on the comments. We have one more guest tonight. Very excited about this last guest. And she's gonna be showing us a video. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's check in on the comments here. The pun game in the comments tonight. It's real good. It's real good. We have Warren says hello from San Diego. Hey Warren, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. We have Hannah Park says Max Kubis, superstar, for sure. Okay. Tobin offered that Max can use the home gym because his abs are already finished. That is really nice. Jenny Pinzari suggested that Matthew Tobin might be absconding from those workouts. Kevin Story loved it. He loved Max's performance, as did I. And Brian's wife, Amy, liked it also. This is all we get of Amy, is just hearsay through Brian. All right, folks. I hope you're having a lovely night out there. We've got a really fun show next week. We already have some of our guests lined up. I'm really excited about some of these guests. But it's not next week yet. It's this week. And this week, boy, oh boy, do we have quite an exciting guest to close out this lineup. She's a Broadway legend, okay? A legend. Her credits include Big Tess in Oh, Knock It Off. She was on the ensemble of 47th Street. She was in the smash hit Jersey Boys, ever heard of it? Where she played an audience member. She's trained in acting for instructional video with Joyce Withell and studied with Lorraine Folt and Ernest Schreimer in the Folt-Schreimer shout technique. You can check her out on Instagram. You can follow her at Broadway Barbara Official. Ladies and gentlemen, a Broadway legend. Let's give it for Barbara Dixon. Here she is. In the flesh. Hello, Barbara.
Thank you for it. Hi, Adam.
It's great to have you here, Barbara.
Well, you know what? I never pass up an opportunity to mount the stage, even virtually. So here we are. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen.
We're buckled, Barbara.
Wonderful.
You look fabulous. You look like you've been doing just fine in quarantine.
Yes, daily I take a walk. I mask shame my neighbors, and I'm currently hoarding a lot of very important medical equipment.
Okay. Well,
over 3,000 Tux medical pads. If any of you need them, I kind of overshot on that one.
Okay, so we'll consider this a public service announcement. If anybody's in need, Barbara has over 3,000 of those
medicated pads. Sorry, medicated pads.
Okay, Barbara. Yeah. That's nice. You know, I'm concerned. They say your age demographic, has been particularly vulnerable, but it looks like you're doing fine. You're healthy.
Oh, I'm very healthy. I have very, very healthy habits, which we'll get into.
Okay, good. I was hoping, and it's it's nice to have another guest wearing a shiny jacket.
Absolutely, doll.
Yes.
Where did you get yours from?
I think I got it from Amazon.com. And how about you?
Wonderful. They've got the best deals, don't they?
They do.
Mine is vintage AC Sport.
Oh.
From the 90s, though.
Oh.
I only wear vintage AC Sport.
Is that a sporting goods store?
No, though. It is AC Sport. This shirt, I have another one in the closet, but I don't want to detract from your program, so I will not show that. But you can imagine, it's just this in rainbow.
Oh, fantastic, Barbara. Well, you know what? Being with you is like being with my relatives. It's like being at home here with you, Barbara, even though you're a legend,
Yes.
You're a normal person, just like the rest of us.
I don't know if that's true, but keep telling yourself that.
Okay. All right. Well, that's obnoxious. Barbara.
Yes, dear.
What do you think? Pick your quarantine house.
Well, darling, I know it's not technically on the list. I choose quarantine house number 7, which is fully equipped with a crate of Boone's Farm fortified wine, which I have right here, and a mini trampoline, which is how I keep svelte, and an audiobook version of Sammy Davis Jr.'s autobiography entitled Yes, I Can.
Well, that's fantastic. You know what? People have always said about you that you do your own thing. You do your own way.
I sure do.
And this is no exception.
No, it is not.
Well, Barbara, what do you have for us?
Well, my dear, initially I wanted to do a full interpretive dance, highly experimental with a lot of groin thrusts, but I got a serious case of turf toe dancing on my area rug. So instead, we're just going to cut to a video. I'm covering he's not dead yet. I almost said Leighton Gray, but he's not dead. He's still kicking. Tom Lehrer. He has a song called I Got It From Agnes, and it's simply a hoot to sing. And so I hope y'all enjoy it because it's very apropos for our times right now.
All right, here we go with I Got It From Agnes.
I love my friends, and they love me. We're just as close as we can be. And just because we really care, whatever we get, we share. I got it from Agnes, she got it from Jim. We all agree it must have been Louise that gave it to him. Now she got it from Harry, who got it from Marie. And everybody knows that Marie got it from me. Giles got it from Daphne, she got it from Joan, who picked it up in Ireland to kiss in the Blarney Stone. Pierre gave it to Sheila, who must have got it there. He got it from Francois and Jacques. Aha! Lucky Pierre. Max got it from Edith, who gets it every spring. She got it from her daddy, who just gives her everything. She then gave it to Daniel, whose spaniel has it now. Our dentist even got it, and we're still wondering how. But I got it from Agnes, or maybe it was Sue, or Millie, or Billy, or Willie, or Gilly, it doesn't matter who. It might have been at the pub, or in the club, or in the loo. And if you will be my friend, then I might, mind you, I said might. Give it to you. Thank you for it.
Wow, Barbara. You just stun. You stun.
Thank you for it. Thank you so much for it.
You stun. You know what I particularly like? You only gave us one bar of tap dancing.
Sure, that's all you need. You can tell I'm highly skilled.
Yes, and it's just a taste. You know, you leave them wanting more.
Yes, and if you follow me on that Instagram handle that you put,
yes.
I will be releasing a full tap number very soon.
Oh, fantastic. Be sure to check out Broadway Barbara Official on Instagram. She has some fantastic content there. Lots of great videos. What a thrill it is to have such a legend like you here, Barbara, with us.
I know, darling. Thank you.
I'm sure you do know. Thank you for joining us, Barbara. Take care of yourself. All right, let's check in on the comments. We had some comments about Barbara here. Jenny wants to be Barbara when she grows up. Brian Del Toro asks, he said, Barbara and he's referring to my character, Neil Bagels, have the same accent. What's the deal? I don't know. It's true. They do have a similar way of speaking. I do know that both Neil Bagels and Barbara Dixon may have crossed paths on stage at the Groundlings, so perhaps that is a Groundlings-oriented accent. But he also says that the mini banjo, she won the show. Great job, Barbara. You won the show. You won the show. Matthew Tobin, who is in the show, says that was hilarious. And then he said it again later, a few minutes later, in case we had missed it. Kevin's story feels both cleaner and dirtier now. Matthew Tobin asks, what do you mean your character, Neil Bagels? Matt, we have a lot to talk about. Oh, he misspelled it the first time. Okay. All right. Okay. He's in it with the spelling. All right, my friends, we've had so much fun today, and I'm gonna announce because I'll take off Broadway Barbara's thing. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. My name is Adam Blotner. I hope you've enjoyed the show. As I said, we have a great show next week. I'm really excited. Already booked. We have guitarist Nick Holson from Scotland who's going to be joining us. Really excited. And I think they're confirmed. We're going to have the Chris and Paul show. If you watched the NBC show Bring the Funny, they competed on that show, and they are just brilliant, brilliant guys. And I think that we're going to be having them, if not next week, then sometime in the future. But please stay tuned. We're going to close out with a song, and I'm very excited to bring you this song. This is, earlier you saw me in a beard, and that was, as I said, my fictional band, The Veneers. I'm going to do another song from The Veneers. And a little later in the song, I'm going to bring in my friends to help me out and join me and support me here. So if you're a fan of bands like The Lumineers, Mumford & Sons, you will either love or hate this. It goes like this. If you're on a road, then you're not at home. If you're lost, then it's a road you do not know. If the road's unknown, then you don't know where it ends. Where you started from is where the road begins. But you know I'll follow you. I belong right by your side. Because you can't be trusted when you go outside. Wherever you're gone, I'll chaperone. You know you can do anything I condone. You're never alone when I chaperone. I'll drive you there, I'll drive you home, I'll chaperone. I will be beside you when you rise. Doing housework, I will supervise. And if someday for someone your heart beats, I will be right there between the sheets. If someday when I'm gone and you don't know where I am, I'll be watching from above on a surveillance cam. Let's bring in Matt Tobin. Wherever you're gone, I'll chaperone. Oh, you know you can do anything I condone. Hey, you're never alone when I chaperone. Hey, oh, I'll drive you there, I'll drive you home, I'll chaperone.
Hey.
And when you need more than a friend, I'll be your legal guardian. Hey!
Oh!
Ho!
Hey!
Hey!
Oh! Hey!
Ho!
Oh!
Ho!
Hey!
Ho!
Oh!
Hey!
Oh!
Hey!
Oh!
Ho!
Ho!
Oh!
Ho!
Hey!
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 Ho!
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 Hey!
Hey!
Ho!
Ho!
Hey!
Ho!
Hey!
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 Ho!
Ho!
Oh!
Hey!
Ho!
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 Hey!
Ho!
Hey!
Ho!
Ho!
Hey!
Ho!
Hey!
Ho!
I'll drive you there, I'll drive you home. I'll chaperone. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Let's give a big round of applause to Matt Tobin, to Barbara Dixon,
Oh, thank
to
you.
Max Kubis, and to Robin Gelfenbien, who had to bounce. She's not here, but we had such a fabulous time. Thank you all for joining. I hope you guys had a lovely night. Please tune in next week right here on Facebook, on YouTube. You can go to adamblotner.com/live, wherever you are. Let's give a big wave to our guests. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Everybody take care of yourselves. Have fun. Be calm. Enjoy yourselves. All right. Wait a second. I forgot to check in with the guests. I forgot to check in with the comments. We have some comments here. I owe it to my guests. Your mics are still on, y'all, backstage, because I forgot to take you off. Okay, hold on. Okay, we have Brian. Brian's playing spoons here. Okay. All right, we have people saying hey and ho. We got a Michelle Chigarita Sources. Oh, that's different. That's different. Okay. All right. Adam Hamway thought those were fantastic. Hey, and hoes. He corrects himself. Hayes. This is an audience that really wants to get it right in the comments. All right, let's bring everybody back up. Oh, hold on. There they are. Goodbye, everybody. Everyone have a wonderful night. Be safe.
Bye, Adam.
Here we go. Check out this new ending theme from Brian Del Toro. Have a great night, everybody.